Today's retro repair. This is a late 80s, maybe early 90s turntable made by Pi Systems. People ask me whether these are worth repairing. I think they are. The platters are actually a billet aluminium, or at least parts of there. It's actually an aluminium plate, as opposed to the plastic ones that are made today. So it's good balance, great for the needle, a lot more longevity out of the stylus for that same reason as well. But anyway, the workings of this unit basically just had the original packing grease in it. Obviously hadn't been used for a few years, and that generally means that the unit was a little bit caked up. The grease over that period of time tends to a little bit more like toothpaste as opposed to grease. It's very chalky and it doesn't really give it a lot of lubrication. So we've had to give that a good clean out and then re-lubricate, and everything's working quite well. In fact, you couldn't really turn this table. It wouldn't turn whatsoever. So now it's got a nice free movement. If we spin it, it's going to keep going for quite a while. So as you can see, the bearings on these are actually really, really nice. This is a direct drive 240 volt powered motor system. So it's very, very well made out, plus also very well balanced as well, being that that platter is aluminium. So here we go. Let's pop the record on. That light's gone out again. Not sure what's going on there. We've got a bit of a bad connection. I haven't popped it all back together yet, so I'll have a look on the inside of the unit, upside down, and yeah, well secured, making sure that our stylus is actually locked in. As you can see, a nice little array of resistors there on that side, and a decent sized capacitor there, and a mains transformer. I won't go into details with it. However, we were talking about how a light was going on and off before, and that's basically why. We've just had a spade connector come away. We'll fix that up a bit later on before we put the back on there, and that's just our wiring system to bypass the actual speakers so that we can use just normal speaker wire. So other than that, we'll pop it all back together. So what we do here is we pop the actual record on top, and I'm doing this one-handed with a phone and the other hand with the record, so bear with us. It won't drop all the way back down. It will only go to the first cam. So basically you need to bring that elbow across here, which is this little jobby here. She spins over there. Just do it with care so you don't scratch the record, and it should pop down and keep it nice and flat. At this point in time, it's ready to go. So what we need to do first of all, number one, is make sure the stylus is free, or the carriage is free. We don't want that to try and go with it being locked in. We want to start, and on start we'll obviously get it at 33, being a 33 record, and as start it's spinning the actual platter around. And of course, after that, we just have to do start to auto, and it'll spring back, and that'll get a cam going. And as you can see, the actual record will drop down, and then of course the actual needle will go across and also drop down a little bit, and then straight onto the record itself and play a bit of Cliff Richard.
At this point in time, unfortunately, due to copyright laws, we need to make sure we don't have that running through. But it's working quite good. Has pretty good little amplifier in it, and the sliders obviously and the buttons need a little bit of TLC as well. So we just give that a little bit of clean up and clean out. Outside of that, once you've got it going, just pop down the dust cover and walk away and have a great listening experience with your records. Outside of that, if you want to stop it, the best idea would be to stop it from making a strange slowdown sound, is to lift the needle via this lever.
And of course you can bring it across and then drop it back down again and lock the needle in. And then we want to go to stop, and that'll stop the actual record from spinning. This here, unfortunately, is a little bit more mechanical. Just have to lift it up and put it across, and that record will stop spinning, and we're all done to go. But yeah, today's retro repair. Please keep retro repairs alive. We don't want this as landfill. It's got a lot of history, and it was fantastic to work on. I appreciate people bringing this along for us to work on, even at a service level.